Hello, this is Dave Peterson with TC Life Safety, and welcome to another Ask Dave video. Today's Ask Dave video is going to be a little specific to a certain group of people. TC Life Safety has just become a member of the ERAPPA, which is the Eastern Region of the APPA, which is a facility management association for educational facilities, schools, colleges, universities, so on. And we're very proud to be a member. Hoping to get more involved, and it's a group that they're very professional, highly regarded, and again, we're very proud to be a member of them. Part of what I want to talk about today is code updates that are happening across the country, and one of those code updates has to do with fire alarm document boxes. School's coming out to a close, hopefully someday. If it doesn't snow anymore and they don't have to take any more time off, it'll end sometime in June, whenever. And it's going to be time to upgrade fire alarms, test, inspection, all that other good stuff. And there's been a bit of an evolution as far as documentation retention for fire alarm systems, as well as emergency evacuation systems, mass notification, so on and so forth. Back in the day, going back as far as 2007, documentation retention is mentioned in the code. It basically just says it's the owner's responsibility to maintain the records, and should be on a medium that will survive the retention period. Paper, CD, whatever. But that's all it says. Moving on to 2010 NFPA 72. It talks about electronic media for the first time. It specifically says it could be kept on a medium that will survive the retention period. Paper or electronic media shall be permitted. And again, that's it. It doesn't say where, just that the building owner is responsible. 2013. 2013 brought in Chapter 7. 2010 kind of rearranged all the chapters, but 2013 created Chapter 7. Chapter 7 has to do with documentation in its entirety. Part of Chapter 7, 7.7, both 7.7.1 and 2, talks about documentation retention. It shall be archiving of records shall be by any means permitted, if long as hard copies can be produced upon request. So if the fire department wants to see a test report from last year, if it's on electronic media, you got to be able to print it out and hand it to them. Also says system documents shall be housed in a documentation cabinet, and that documentation cabinet shall be stored near the fire alarm, or if it is not near the fire alarm, it needs to be a sign at the fire alarm saying where it is. It has to be accessible by authorized personnel, and all record documentation shall be stored in the cabinet. Test system record of completion, which is the living document for the system. Everything needs to be stored in here. I've even seen some people insist on the original equipment submittals being stored in this. 2016, which really hasn't been adopted fully across the country yet. Most people are running off of 2013. There's a new requirement along with, the document box, where it has to be, what's got to be in it. It also adds that the building owner or the individual owner's representative shall on an annual basis review any electronic documentation media formats, if necessary, and again, only for authorized personnel. So, let me move this thing back a little bit. You'll notice that Space Age Electronics fire alarm document box, they make several different versions of this. This is an FAD, which is the fire alarm document box. They make an SRD, which is the system records document box, in case you have more than just your fire alarm in there. It's, it's just a system, so it could be, evacuation, mass notification, whatever. And they also make a tall, narrow one. It's about 3 feet tall. That is perfect for putting in the as-built drawings. Rolling them up and sticking them and storing them in there. But I'm showing you this one because, well, it's got our name on it, which is pretty cool. And I'd like to talk to all of the facility managers for schools and colleges, universities that are out there that may be listening to this. I've worked out a deal with Space Age Electronics, and they will put your school's logo on any fire alarm document box you buy that you request that. There'll be a minor setup charge for the first one, and then the rest of them after that will be done. Still working on the pricing on that. But they're willing to do that. Normally they do it for their distribution, and they have to order hundreds and so on and so forth. But they're willing to do that for the colleges and university in support of our membership to the APPA and the ERAPPA. So give me a call at 800-837-8175. Talk to me about the requirements for document boxes on your campus. Let's see if we can get something going for you. Alrighty, I do have these on the shelf. They are in stock. They have nothing here. It's just the fire alarm document box or the SRD, the system records document boxes. Got them on the shelf. No logos. But if you'd like to have your school logo on them, give me a buzz at 800-837-8175. Thank you for your time, and have a life safety day.